It is hard. And especially if you're a very slow writer. I have to, I don't know, I have to get out of the house. That's one of the reasons that it's so great to go out on tours like this, because you do spend so much of your time by yourself. And I'm not used to that. I was an advertising for a long time. I was working on a team every single day with people that I really liked and really respected. And to suddenly be sort of in front of a computer all the time, it's hard. It's one of the things I never anticipated about being a writer.
I can get lonely, but that's because I'm still trying to do my day job. So I'm teaching, and I love it, and it's wonderful, and I get exposure to like my students and my colleagues, so I have a lot of social interaction. That being said, the academic world is really different than the writing world, and so I get very lonely for my writing friends, because most people don't understand how hard it is and how lonely it is to be a writer, and so when I try to talk about that in my regular world, I'll just be like, oh, you're right, that's so nice, you know, and no perception at all that it's a struggle and that it is a slog and that you love it, you bleed for it, but I feel isolated, I think, in that way, and I know that once this tour is done, I'm going to have a huge withdrawal period, because I'm like, where are they? So it's, it's a wonderful thing to be out with these ladies, but I know that I will be like trying to make it happen again so much that people will be like, I need them. Yeah, I have two.
My answer changes all the time, and my list is really long, and so it totally depends on my mood. But I really like Neil Gaiman, and also lately Melina Marchetta, who wrote Jellicoe Road and Saint Francesca. I think she's wonderful.
I like C.S. Lewis and Robert McKinley and Trisha Reid and J.K. Rowling.
I'm going to give a shout out to a writer that doesn't get a lot of press these days. There's a writer from the Victorian era called Wilkie Collins. And he wrote some of the very first detective books. And there's one in particular called The Woman in White, and another one called Moonstone, which are fantastic. And they're, gripping sort of detective, ghost, everything you ever wanted in a book sort of stories. And I don't know why he doesn't get the sort of press that, the Brontes or somebody else do. Does, whatever the word.
I have so many, it is really hard. I also love Neil Gaiman. But I think the two authors that influenced me the most are two women who write really strong female characters and incredibly beautifully crafted mythology, and they're Margaret Atwood and Marianne Zimmer Bradley.
I think the three that are like the triumvirate that I've been reading over and over since high school are Wallace Stegner and Tyler and Agatha Christie.
Are these women amazing authors?
Can I ask a question or something? Is this at all in relation to the whole YA lit chat?
Oh no.
Oh, okay, okay, good. Because I was like, oh, that was so sad. But, good.
I'm oblivious to all
there was a wonderful piece about how, authors should never respond to bad reviews, which you should not. But at the same time, with the worry about it, they're going to be bad reviews no matter what. And we've been talking about, like the ups and downs and how if you want to feel okay about having bad reviews, just go read reviews of Catcher in the Rye, because there are, a million horrible reviews of Catcher in the Rye. So not every book is for everybody. And I'm a huge advocate of free speech, so I think everybody should be able to say what they want to say about a book. But to qualify that as an author is really hard if there is a very unprofessional blog that is name-calling or very cruel for your book. If that's the first thing someone sees about your book, it's going to color their perspective from that point on. And that was the point of this article, is that there's nothing authors can do about reviews like that, but they're going to be out there and they do have cost. And it really is a catch-22 that, I think that book bloggers do much more good than a few bad apples could do.
Well, in any career, like you're saying, that there's free speech and professionalism.
Yeah.
And the true professionals always